G'day ladies and gents, and welcome to Mags TV. There will not be a video based on gameplay today, although I'm probably going to throw something in the background as I record this. Um, today, today I've just got a little bit of a public service announcement, as it were. Don't fucking trust any cunt ever. Just don't do it. I've had a prick of a day. So, I'm going to tell you about my day. For starters, what you need to understand here is I live in a sleepy town. I picked this town to move to from the city that I used to live in very specifically because it has a very low population. I have more subscribers than this town has a population. I have actually over 40 times the number of subscribers that this town has in population. It's tiny, and this is a town where there is basically zero crime rate. There is a police station, there is a copper there that is basically coming out of retirement, and that's really what the police station in this town does. It is the retirement point for officers that are going to leave the police force and retire, but they're not quite ready to leave just yet, because they can come here and they basically do paperwork and they sit in the nice little office and nothing ever happens. It's one of those towns where you can go down to the local bakery and order a couple of pies, and you'll get home and you'll open up the bag and find that the baker has thrown in additional pies and some quiches and some donuts and whatever else he's grabbed off the shelf while he's at it, because, that's what they do. It's just one of those really nice places. Quiet, nothing happens. Last night I got home from nicking over to the nearest city, where we do most of our shopping. We go over to that end of the world because they've basically got bigger supermarkets. And got home in the evening. I live in a little court that is off a little road that is far away from any of the main roads in this town. It's the kind of place that you would only ever drive into if you were going to visit somebody who is there. There's no reason for you to be anywhere near or anywhere within 2 streets of the place that I live unless you know somebody that is in this particular area. And yeah, I got out of my car and I did all my normal stuff and got my wallet and everything else out of the car and went up to the house. Now, I have this interesting little compulsion. I don't know where it came from. Whenever I get out of a vehicle or whenever I leave a place where I have things that I am carrying, I have a tendency to go through and I pat myself down just to make sure everything is where it normally sits. My wallet is in my pocket where it normally sits, my keys are in my pocket where they normally sit, so on and so forth. And everything was where it was. And then I started walking up towards the house, went inside, and went back to making last night's Sniper Elite video and doing what I would normally do. Got out of bed this morning, had my morning coffee, was watching a live stream on Hellyborn, and realised that my wallet wasn't sitting on the desk where it normally was, which was odd, because it's always there. I always put it there. So I went looking for it. After about half an hour, we actually found it. My wallet was sitting in the gutter in the front of the house. It had been opened. My credit cards had been taken, my bank cards had been taken, and the $1,200 cash that was inside of it was gone. This was my rent money, it was my fuel money, and it was my grocery shopping money to buy any extra incidentals that were needed for the kids and the family over the next fortnight. All gone. In this quiet little town, in a court that is far away from anybody, where anyone could potentially want to go, somebody's emptied out my wallet when I've dropped it. Now, my yard is particularly long, and I know I had it on me when I was at the car. So the only places it could have fallen out was about 20 to 30 metres up into my yard towards my front door. This means that somebody has come off the street, come well into my yard, nearly to the front of my house, picked up the wallet, emptied it out, and then tossed it in the gutter on the way out. The people that live in my court are all in their 60s. That's part of the reason why I chose this house. It is dead silent here all the time. Nothing ever bothers you. It's almost like living in a retirement village. It's fantastic for peace and quiet. But this is the last place on the earth you would ever expect anything like that to actually happen. So, yeah, I'm having a prick of a day because I've basically been done out of rent for a month and I can't do shit. So that's what today is about. Don't fucking trust anyone. Don't ever assume for any reason that you are perfectly safe from anything. If you had asked me 24 hours ago whether or not you thought somebody would walk up my yard and pick up my wallet if it fell out of my pocket and empty it out of everything that I had inside of it, including everything. The only thing they left inside my wallet was my license, which I'm thankful for because the combination of cards they took and my license would have allowed them to order additional cards if they wanted to. I've gone through and cancelled everything now, obviously, to prevent that, but it doesn't matter. If you'd asked me 24 hours ago whether or not this was a possibility to happen here, I would have said no. Not a friggin' chance in hell. There is no way known that is going to happen in this town. There is no way known that it's going to happen in this particular part of this town. Nothing. I have no words for the fact that somebody would have done this. And that somebody somewhere between about 6:30 last night and when I realised it was gone at about 9 o'clock this morning has managed to walk nearly to my front door in order to rip my shit off. Don't fucking trust anybody ever, for any reason. Just don't do it. I guess I will probably have some content up tomorrow. I'll see. I'm just not in the mood for making a video today, so this is all there is going to be today. I'll catch you guys in the next video.